with our attorney who Madam Chair,
I do, Mr. Chairman. I need to ask the board to consider a motion to go into closed session to discuss a matter to consult with an attorney employed or retained by the public body in order to preserve the attorney-client privilege between the attorney and the public body, which privilege is hereby acknowledged pursuant to the provisions of North Carolina General Statutes 153-318.11A3. Following the closed session, the meeting will be in recess until 2 p.m.
Good afternoon. It's a pleasure to welcome all of you to the June 27th regular meeting of the Forsyth County Commissioners. Today's meeting is the last meeting in fiscal year 2024, but it is special for two other reasons. First, we're going to say a final goodbye to Dave Plyler, who has served on the County Commission for 26 years, and to Dudley Watts, who has served as our county manager for 17 years. And we have recognized both in receptions earlier this month separately. And we obviously will miss them, but this is a kind of a changing point for them. And the second reason is we welcome Chantel Robinson as our new county manager, and she will be sworn in just shortly. And it's great to see all of you here today, because I think that's why you're here, and that's great. I hope you're not here to have public comments and speak to us today. Anyway, but to deliver today's invocation, I'm really pleased to welcome to our county manager's, new county manager's minister. This is Chantel's minister, Reverend Braden Helton, Pastor Hilton, Braden Helton. He's a pastor of Piney Grove Baptist Church. And following the pledge, Commissioner McDaniel will lead us in following the prayer, Commissioner McDaniel will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. So please stand if you're able, and I'll invite the pastor to the podium, please.
Good afternoon. Would you all bow with me as we go to God with the word of prayer? Most gracious God, our Father, we are gathered here today to witness and celebrate the swearing in of our new county manager. We come before you with hearts filled with gratitude and thanksgiving for this momentous occasion, recognizing the weight of this great responsibility and the promise of new beginnings. And Father, I ask for your blessings and continued favor upon Chantel Robinson. As she takes on this mantle of leadership, I ask that you grant her the wisdom of Deborah, the courage of Esther, and the integrity of Ruth. May she lead with a servant's heart, always putting the needs and welfare of our community at the forefront. I humbly ask that you guide her in every big and small decision. Surround her with wise counsel, and may her actions always reflect justice, compassion, and fairness. Help her to listen with an open heart, to act honorably, and to lead with vision and purpose. And Lord, I ask that you will anoint her mind so that she may think critically, strategically, and decisively. Anoint her vitality so that even when she's weary and perhaps even burned out, she's comforted by your peace and divinely energized by the power of your Spirit. I pray for the strength and support of Chantel's family and loved ones. Grant unto them patience and understanding as they stand by her in this important endeavor. Bless the team and colleagues who will work alongside her, fostering a spirit of unity and cooperation. Lord, we lift this entire community to you. May we all be intentional towards working collectively, hand in hand, to create a place of prosperity and peace. And let this new chapter of leadership be marked by progress, innovation, and a deep commitment to the common good. We place this ceremony, this leadership, and our future in the strength of your hands, trusting in your sovereignty, divine guidance, and indelible grace. These things and all things I ask in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Citizens who are interested in participating in the public session portion of the meeting, actually, you may call in today at 336-422-1200. You'll be placed on hold until the public session begins, and members of the audience who are interested in participating in the public session portion of the meeting need to fill out a small speaker card and actually can give it to our clerk, and you could do that now. Now, for the first item on our agenda today is the administration of the oath of office by the Honorable Valine McMasters, District Court Judge for Chantel Robinson. Thank you. So, Judge, the floor is yours.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
I'll have you know that I pulled out my good robe for this occasion. All All right, Ms. Robinson, I think you are in position. You need to put your left hand and raise your right, and then repeat after me. I, and please state your name,
I, Chantel Robinson,
do solemnly and sincerely swear
do solemnly and sincerely swear
that I will support the Constitution and laws of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution and laws of the United States,
that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to the state of North Carolina
that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to the state of North Carolina,
and to the constitutional powers and authorities which are or may be established for the government thereof. We'll break that one up.
and to the constitutional powers and authorities which are or may be established for the government thereof,
See, that's a true leader. That I will endeavor to support,
that I will endeavor to support,
maintain,
maintain,
and defend the Constitution and laws of said state,
and defend the Constitution and laws of said state,
not inconsistent with the Constitution of the United States,
not inconsistent with the Constitution of the United States,
to the best of my knowledge and ability,
to the best of my knowledge and ability,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and I will faithfully discharge
the duties of my office
the duties of my office
as Forsyth County Manager,
as Forsyth County Manager,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Congratulations. All right, so it's official. She has now signed. And what I will say before I have a seat is that I had the distinct honor and pleasure of working with Ms. Robinson during the pandemic on community issues and also as my former role at Legal Aid with the Bridges to Hope Family Justice Center. Forsyth County has done well. You are getting an excellent leader.
Thank you all so much. First, I want to thank God because without him, I would not be here today. Thank you, Pastor Helton, for doing the invocation today. Your prayer and words of encouragement are just what I needed. I received that and appreciate your continued support and spiritual guidance. And thank you, First Lady Helton, for also being here today to support me. Judge McMasters, we go back a long ways. Thank you for rearranging your court schedule to swear me in without hesitation. I so appreciate you. I am truly grateful and honored and humbled by the overwhelming support and this opportunity to serve as the next Forsyth County Manager. I want to thank our Board of County Commissioners for placing your trust and confidence in me to lead this county. Thank you, Chairman Martin, Vice Chair Wisenhunt, Commissioner Linville, Commissioner McDaniel, Commissioner Woodbury in her absence, Commissioner Bessie, and Commissioner Plyler. It's not lost on me that this county has had the best county manager leading it for the last 17 years. I know I have big shoes to fill, and I have to thank County Manager Dudley Watts for his wise counsel, support. He and Deputy Manager Sanders Pratt took a chance on me 10 and a half years ago, and I am forever grateful. Dudley's been one of my biggest cheerleaders and saw something in me that I did not always see in myself. And so, he's continued to pour into me professionally since I began working here. And as he transitions into his next chapter, let us not forget the profound impact he has had on this organization and on our community. And so I do want you to join me in thanking Dudley for his exceptional leadership and service to the employees and residents of Forsyth County. In addition to Dudley, there are so many people in this audience who has also supported me. Some I interact with regularly, some I have not seen in quite some time. First, I have to acknowledge my family who's here today. My husband of 25 years, George. George and I met when I was a manager at McDonald's. And he was in the United States Marine Corps. You know, we've grown so much both personally and professionally together, and I really appreciate your unconditional love and your patience. I love you so much. Our 3 children are here today, George, Destiny, and Alyssa. And for those of you who have children, you know they absolutely keep me grounded. Our cousins, Andy and Anika, are here. A couple of my friends, Lee and Zanita, thank you for being here. I see Sheriff Kimbrough and many of the Sheriff's Office team. I appreciate you and look forward to working with all of you. Many retired and current county team members, officers and ministers of the Ministers Conference, NAACP, Latino Congress, former and current Health and Human Services board members, city, town officials. There's so many in the audience. I will not name them all. I see staff and board from Crisis Control Ministry. I don't know if many may not know, I serve as the board chair for Crisis Control. And so many members of my Piney Grove Baptist Church family. Thank you for being here. And many other community and business leaders. I can't name you all, but I do want you to know that I see you, and I am truly, truly thankful. I want to briefly share what you can expect from me as the county manager. And so to the community, I want you to know that I feel very strongly that government should go beyond the walls of our buildings to serve our community. It's important for us to meet people where they are. I value diversity and inclusion. Our teams will continue to go to the churches, temples, mosques, housing developments, community organizations, bus stations, wherever people are. And we partner with so many of you that's in this room today to provide resources and services in the community, and I am committed to continuing to do that. I'll be available, fair, honest, and I'm very passionate about serving our community and improving the lives of our residents. And so I'll show up for the difficult conversations. I'm always open to constructive feedback and looking myself and our organization in the mirror to figure out ways to do better and be better. And so I expect you to hold me accountable. I'll be holding community meet and greets and listening sessions starting in July at all 10 library branches. These will be evening sessions starting at 6 p.m. and the first session will be held on July 9th. I want to hear from you, and so we'll post the schedule and locations on our website and various media platforms. And so I apologize in advance to my family. I'm going to be busy. To our amazing Forsyth County team, I want you to know that I see you, I appreciate you. There is no job here that is too big or too small, and each and every one of you is important. Your job matters, and you are valued. Whether you're a department director, attorney, librarian, social worker, custodian, nurse, paramedic, office assistant, law enforcement, maintenance tech, you get the picture. We can't do what we do in county government without all of you. You can expect me to be approachable, accessible, consistent, firm but fair. I have an open door policy, and I will listen. I do want you to know that I have high expectations, and I strive for excellence, but not perfection. I will work alongside you. I don't mind being in the trenches with you. I want Forsyth County to be an employer of choice. I want you to stay here, retire here. My executive leadership team consists of Deputy Managers Damon Sanders Pratt and incoming Deputy Managers Denise Price and Kyle Haney. They're all in the front. Wave your hands. Employee retention is one of our top priorities, and we will do what we can to best support you. We'll be holding employee meet and greets and listening sessions starting next week because, again, we do want to hear from you. And so you'll receive information via email and on our intranet site soon. And finally, I just want to say I am very excited about this next chapter of my career. I've had so many blessings and opportunities that, quite frankly, I don't always understand myself. But I'm following the path that has been laid out for me. I am ready to lead, and I am always willing to serve. And so I say thank you again to the commissioners for this amazing opportunity, and thank you to all of you that are here today for your support.
Take a breath. I think this is on rare occasions do I ever attempt to speak for all the county commissioners. That's very rare. But today, I think I can do it in saying that we are all really, really looking forward to working with you, and we're certainly proud of you and appreciate that speech has made us all say, man, did we make the right decision? That was right on target. So I actually heard that there might be some flowers around or something that you could be inundated with, and you'd be welcome to do that. I mean, that's a good thing.
Oh, my goodness.
Thank you, Commissioner McDaniel and Mr. Mike.
So sweet.
All righty, I think we will resume our business, and we're glad to have you in that seat, Chantel. The next item on the agenda is a resolution declaring the Forsyth County Board of Commissioners' intent to enclose in an open right-of-way off Gloucester Drive and calling a date for the public hearing. And do I have a motion for that?
So moved.
Oh, do you need an explanation? Anybody need an
Do you
explanation?
need anything?
Anybody need a review? I think we was pretty straightforward.
Good.
We're good, thank you. Thank you, all righty. We have a motion?
Doug made it. I'll second.
Motion by Commissioner Plyler, second by Vice Chair Wizenhunt. First of all, I do want to mention, is Commissioner Woodbury online by any chance?
Mr. Chairman, she is online.
Very good, and can you see her?
No, I cannot see her, but if she will unmute, we'll be able to hear her vote.
Okay, all right, very good. All in favor, please raise your hand. Thank you, and do I need a call on her? And Commissioner Woodbury, your vote, please.
Yes.
We heard you. Yes, thank you. Next item on the agenda is approval of minutes for the meeting of June 10th, 2024, special meeting of June 13th, 2024, and regular meeting of June 13th, 2024. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
So moved by Commissioner Plyler, second by Vice Chair Wizenhunt. Any discussion? All in favor, please raise your hand. And Commissioner Woodbury, your vote, please.
Yes.
Thank you. Madam Clerk, do we have any calls or cards for the public session?
Mr. Chairman, we do not.
We do not. Madam County Manager, please continue with the remainder of the agenda.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And I do want to tell people who are leaving, we will have a reception, a brief reception immediately following the meeting, and we are going to try to be very brief. Mr. Chairman, the next section is our ARPA funding. Unless there are any questions or objections, we will take agenda items number 5 and 6 together. Agenda item number 5 is a resolution authorizing execution of amendments to the agreements with Cure Violence Global, Neighbors for Better Neighborhoods, and the University of North Carolina at Greensboro, approving a violence interruption program using American Rescue Plan Act funds. This item would provide an extension of time to perform services through June 30th to Cure Violence and Neighbors for Better Neighborhoods, and through August 15th to UNCG. It also provides additional funding in an amount not to exceed $43,000 for Cure Violence Global and an amount not to exceed $20,500 for UNCG. And agenda item number 6 is a resolution approving execution of an interlocal agreement with the Winston-Salem Forsyth County Board of Education to construct a futsal court with American Rescue Plan Act funds. This item would award funding not to exceed $43,780 directly to the Winston-Salem Forsyth County school system.
Motion to approve for items 5 and 6.
Motion to approve for items 5 and 6.
Thank you. Motion by Commissioner Plyler, second by Commissioner McDaniel. Any discussion? All in favor, please raise your hand. Commissioner Woodbury, your vote, please.
Yes.
Thank you.
Unless there are any objections, we will take agenda items 7 through 13 together. They were briefed by our Budget and Finance departments. Agenda item number 7 is A, an amendment to the 2022 PAYGO Capital Projects Ordinance. B is an amendment to the 2016 Parks and Rec Facilities Capital Projects Ordinance to appropriate funds for the Multipurpose Agricultural Center. And C is an amendment to the 2018 Smith Reynolds Airport Capital Projects Ordinance to appropriate funds for various airport projects. This agenda item is an effort to consolidate funding for various projects, essentially to transfer $9 million to 2 other capital project ordinances. Number 8 is an amendment to the 2022 North Carolina Opioid Settlement Grant Project Ordinance to convert it to the 2022 North Carolina Opioid Settlement Project Ordinance. On May 15, 2024, Governor Cooper signed session law, which authorized settlement funds to be budgeted and accounted for under a settlement project ordinance. We're projected to receive $19,761,328 over the next 18 years. Agenda item number 9 is an amendment to the fiscal year 23-24 budget ordinance to appropriate fund balance resulting from fiscal year 22-23 sales tax revenue for Winston-Salem Forsyth County Schools. This would appropriate and transfer $800,752.05 to Winston-Salem Forsyth County Schools. Agenda item number 10 is an amendment to the Emergency Telephone System Special Revenue Fund to appropriate fund balance to cover prior year encumbrances. This amendment appropriates $357,761.07 of restricted fund balance to cover outstanding obligations. Agenda item number 11 is an amendment to the fiscal year 23-24 budget ordinance to appropriate fund balance to cover prior year encumbrances for fiscal year 22-23. This amendment appropriates $2,429,094.15 of unreserved fund balance to cover outstanding obligations. Agenda item number 12 is an amendment to the fiscal year 23-24 budget ordinance to appropriate $40,154 of claims proceeds to the Motor Vehicles and Mobile Equipment Replacement Subfund. These proceeds would allow sheriff vehicle replacement. And agenda item number 13 is a resolution awarding and authorizing execution of a contract with Wake Forest University Baptist Medical Center, doing business as Atrium Health Wake Forest Baptist on behalf of its Best Health for Business and first responder chaplaincy programs for employee crisis and intervention support services. This would authorize a 3-year contract in a total amount not to exceed $360,442.
Before entertaining a motion, are there any questions on items 7 through 13? A motion for adoption of all those, items 6 through 13.
Motion to approve all items described by the county manager.
Motion by Commissioner Plyler,
Second.
second by Vice Chair Wizenhunt. Any discussion?
One question, what is now, I believe, agenda item 9. This in fact appropriates an additional $800,000 in change to the schools for teacher supplements.
Exactly.
Okay.
It's the Article 46 sales tax.
And so this is funding that they have not had available to budget previously.
That is correct. As the sales tax trails, this is kind of a reconciliation closeout of Article 46 dollars. So that they had a budget figure that could have, that included a certain amount, but they knew we shored up at the end. So we're $800,000 over that we will give to them, send to them.
The reason I raise that, I think it's noteworthy in the context of a request for additional supplement funding. Here is, the better part of $1 million that they now have available in addition to what they already had.
To that point, any other discussion? Any other discussion? All in favor, please hold your hand up, please. Commissioner Woodbury, your vote, please.
Yes.
Yes, thank you. All righty.
Unless there are any questions or objections, we can take agenda items number 14 through 17 together. Agenda item number 14 is a resolution authorizing the purchase of pharmaceuticals by the Forsyth County Pharmacy. This continues the board's previous authorization of $3.5 million, but changes prescription medication purchases from $3.4 million to $3 million and non-prescription over-the-counter from $100,000 to $500,000. That's essentially because Narcan is now available over-the-counter. Agenda item number 15 is a resolution authorizing execution of a 5-year Fire and Rescue Service Agreement with the Clemens Fire Department. This enters into a new 5-year contract starting July 1st, 2024 through June 30th, 2029. Our Deputy Manager, Damon Sanders-Pratt, briefed that item. Agenda item number 16 is a resolution awarding sub-allocations and contracts for transportation assistance for elderly and disabled residents. There was a change on this item based on a question from Commissioner Bessie last week. We did email a memo to the board, so you should have received that this morning. But essentially, we removed the $68,575 allocation to WISTA, and we'll bring back an item for the board for future considerations for those funds. But this item appropriates $131,881 of the $200,456 we received from the state. And then agenda item number 17 is a resolution awarding a contract to P&G Security Guard doing business as P&G Security for contracted private security services at the Forsyth County Law Enforcement Detention Center. This allows the detention center to continue its security contract for detention starting July 1st for a 12-month period in an amount not to exceed $2,101,379.42, and staff will continue to monitor salary savings and the budgetary impact to cover the cost.
Any questions on those items before entertaining the motions, items 14 through 17? Only comment I would make is that I'm pleased in item 17 on the contract for P&G Security that it is beginning to phase out, and that is certainly a function of successful hiring that has taken place in the detention center, and it looks like roughly about a 25% savings. Entertain a motion for items 14 through 17.
Move approval of items 14 through 17.
Motion approved by Commissioner Plyler.
Second.
Got second by Commissioner Bessie and Vice Chair Wizenhunt. Any discussion? All in favor, please raise your hand. And Commissioner Woodbury, your vote, please.
Yes.
Yes, motion carries unanimously.
Agenda item number 18 is a resolution authorizing execution of an interlocal agreement with the Winston-Salem Forsyth County Board of Education for lease of county-owned property located at 3730 North Liberty Street. This allows the usage by the school system for their fleet maintenance division. The rental rate is $7 per square foot for a total annual rent of $25,270.
Move approval.
We have a motion approved by Vice Chair Wizenhunt.
Second.
We have a second by Commissioner Plyler. Any discussion? All in favor, please raise your hand. Commissioner Woodbury, your vote.
Yes.
Yes, motion carries unanimously.
I'm going to turn the meeting over to Vice Chair Wizenhunt for the appointments.
Thank you so much. I do want everyone to know we don't typically go through items that quickly. We have briefed them and had full discussion, but we're trying to get to the reception. The following applicants can be appointed by acclamation. Adult Care Home Community Advisory Committee, Ronald Graves. Animal Service Advisory Board, Adam Bowditch, Lida Cavret Hayes, Chad Griffin, Aaron Turner, Coy McCain. Community Appearance Commission, Winston-Salem, Forsyth County, Jean Pierre Montiel. Environmental Assistance and Protection Board, Gail Goldsmith and Alma Aquo. Forsyth County Juvenile Crime and Prevention Council, Fabi Williams, Jackie Copeland, Jennifer Adobe, Joshua Swift, Rick Ammons, Ted Casacco, Keith Brown, Denise Price, and Dan Emerson. Forsyth Tech Community College Board of Trustees, Ernest Logeman. Callidium Board of Directors, Elizabeth Huntley and Jeannie Skoll. Nursing Home Community Advisory Committee, Forsyth County, Carrie Fernall. Partners Behavioral Health Board of Directors, Don Martin. Zoning Board of Adjustment, Forsyth County, Bertha Rothrock. And I move approval of these applicants.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, please raise your hand. Commissioner Woodbury, your vote, please.
Yes.
Yes, motion carries unanimously.
The following appointments will require a vote. Forsyth County Agriculture Advisory Board. One appointment to a 3-year term and a capacity for an active engagement in farming in Forsyth County. and we will vote for one. We have Thomas Reed, a citizen wishing to serve, and Marty Whitaker, a citizen wishing to serve. And you may vote for one.
Vice Chair Wizenhunt, would you like to ask Commissioner Woodbury what her vote is?
I'm sorry. Commissioner Woodbury, did you hear the names, and would you be able to vote for one?
Yes, thank you, Vice Chair Wizenhunt. I picked the name to Ashley,
So she
but
sent
I
them to
I
Ashley.
can definitely say it if she does.
Commissioner Woodbury, I received your text, and her vote for the Forsyth County Agriculture Advisory Board is Marty Reed.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Commissioner Woodbury, I'm sorry to bother you again. So we have a Thomas Reed and a Marty Wicker. Would you mind saying your vote, please?
Sorry, I got the, yes, Marty Wicker. Sorry about that.
Thank you. Vice Chair Wizenhunt, Thomas Reed received a majority vote.
Thank you. There's another appointment we'll need to vote on. It's Piedmont Triad Regional Workforce Development Board. There's 3 appointments. Nancy Johnson, incumbent. William Cockerham, incumbent. Conrad Walsh, a citizen wishing to serve. And LaQuisa Knox, that's a citizen wishing to serve. And you may vote for 3.
Sorry.
Vice Chair Wizenhunt, Nancy Johnston, William Cockrum, and Conrad Walsh received majority votes.
Thank you. The following boards did not receive applicants, and Madam Clerk, could you please continue to a future meeting, is our Commission on Ending Homelessness, Community Child Protection Team, Forsyth County Home and Community Care Block Grant, Industrial Facilities and Pollution Control, Risk Management Advisory Committee, Tourism Development Authority, Utility Commission, and Zoning Board of Adjustments. That's the end of our
Thank you very much.
appointments.
I'm actually looking in the audience for Justin Summers. from Senator Burr's
Mis-
office.
Mr. Chairman, we have a few more items before that.
Oh, yeah, they're not on my list, they're on your
Yep,
list.
yes.
Sorry, thank you.
You're welcome. We can take items number 39 through 41 together. Agenda item number 39 is a resolution approving refunds by the tax assessor collector in the amount of $13,521.02 from the North Carolina Vehicle Tax System. Agenda item number 40 is a resolution approving refunds by the tax assessor collector in the amount of $873.58 for assessor refunds. And agenda item number 41 is a resolution approving refunds by the tax assessor collector in the amount of $14,752.74 from the North Carolina Vehicle Tax System.
All righty, any questions about items 39, 40, 41?
Move approval of all items described by the county manager.
Question? Motion to approve by Commissioner Plyler,
Second.
second by Commissioner Linville. Any discussion? All in favor, please hold up your hand. Commissioner Woodbury, your vote, please.
Yes.
Yes, motion carries unanimously.
Agenda item number 42 are the May 2024 contribution-based benefit cap report.
Do we have a motion?
Move approval.
Motion by Commissioner Plyler,
Second.
second by Vice Chair Wizenhut. Any discussion? All in favor, please raise your hand. Mr. Woodbury, your vote, please.
Yes.
Yes, motion carries unanimously, and we have 3 added items.
We have a few added items, Mr. Chairman. Agenda items number 43 through 45 can be taken together. They were added after a closed session regarding personnel. Agenda item number 43 is a resolution adjusting the compensation of the Forsyth County Register of Deeds. Agenda item number 44 is a resolution adjusting the compensation of the Director of the Forsyth County Board of Elections. And number 45 is a resolution adjusting the compensation of the Forsyth County Sheriff.
Move approval of items 43 through 45.
Thank you. Motion by Commissioner Plyler, second by Commissioner McDaniel. Any discussion? All in favor, please raise your hand. Commissioner Woodbury, your vote, please.
Yes.
Yes, motion carries unanimously.
And Mr. Chairman, we had one other item that we needed to walk in today, and this is regarding an update to the budget ordinance that needs to be corrected before July 1st. You should have a copy in front of you. I'm going to ask Budget Director Kyle Wolf to come up and brief this item.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. Very sorry to bring this item since it's an oversight on our part, but during the 25 budget workshops, the budget ordinance was developed, and while the budget ordinance that was adopted on June 13th was adopted at a total amount of $583,388,640 in the general fund, on both the revenue and the expenditure side, when we were adding up the expenditure side, when we were actually doing our budget load into the system for the new year, we were $330,000 short, and it was very apparent that was $330,000 that all 3 plans had included, which was the funding for the juvenile intervention and investigations team. So the sheriff's office line was $330,000 short, and so this item will add that $330,000 on the expenditure side. And then with the action taken earlier today on the North Carolina Opioid Settlement Fund, we don't need to include that in the budget ordinance. And so we will be striking that language from the budget ordinance. And so the total amount of expenditures and revenues for all annually appropriated funds is now $584,802,451. And so that's the general fund plus the 911 fund, the Moser bequest fund, and the law enforcement equitable distribution fund. And so again, I apologize for the mistake there, but we just need to do this before July 1st.
Any questions for Kyle?
Move approval of all items described by Kyle.
Thank you, sir.
Motion to approve by Commissioner Plyler. I'll be happy to second that. Any discussion? All in favor, please raise your hand. Commissioner Woodbury, I don't know if you saw it, I think you had an opportunity to read it, but do you have a vote, please?
Yes.
Yes, motion carries unanimously. Good.
Mr. Chairman, I'm going to turn the meeting back over to you for the special presentations.
I'm looking for Justin Summers from Senator Burr's office. Oh, he's here in the back. I didn't see you. You were right behind the last row. Good. I'm glad you're here. Thank you. I knew you had an earlier commitment at 1:30, and we were moving fast, so you did a great job to be
Good. So I
here.
don't want to stand between you guys and the reception. But
good. Justin Summers is the Regional Director for U.S. Senator Ted Budd, and he's here to recognize the retirements of Commissioner Plyler and Dudley Watts.
yeah, so thank you for the opportunity to be here with you guys today and stand in front of you as a Board of Commissioners and in front of the citizens of Forsyth County. On behalf of Senator Budd, I want to wish the new County Manager Robinson well in her new endeavor. So thank you for your willingness to serve the people of Forsyth County. So as you alluded to, Mr. Chairman, Commissioner Budd wanted to recognize the service of this community by Commissioner Plyler. And I'm here with a note that Senator Budd sent me with today, so I'll read that now. It says, "Dear Dave, after serving as a Forsyth County Commissioner for 30 years, I want to congratulate you on your upcoming retirement. Thank you for your career of dedication to the people of Forsyth County. Based on your record of service, it is apparent that you continually strive to make Forsyth County a better place to live. Your tenure as a commissioner, your 10 years as the chairman of the Forsyth County Board of Commissioners, along with a long list of memberships on various boards and commissions are all evidence of your commitment. I applaud you for your efforts to improve the county's facilities and the schools. Thank you for your service to Forsyth County, and congratulations on your retirement. I wish you well, and if I can ever be of assistance, please do not hesitate to contact my office. Sincerely, Ted Budd, United States Senator." And also, we wanted to take the opportunity, Senator Budd wanted to take the opportunity to recognize the career of previous county manager, after I stood out in the hall for the swearing in there. So that was great to see so many people crowded in here. But so, dear Dudley, after serving for 30 years in county government, I want to congratulate you on your upcoming retirement and thank you for your 19 years of dedicated service to the citizens of Forsyth County. Throughout your tenure, you have faced some challenging times, from the Great Recession to navigating the COVID-19 pandemic. You have strived to make improvements to Forsyth County by adding services, new county facilities, and better recreation opportunities. You were able to tackle the highs and lows associated with the job by utilizing a steady hand of leadership and your great working relationships with commissioners and the staff. Thank you for your career in public service, and congratulations on your retirement. I wish you well. Again, if I can ever be of assistance, please do not hesitate to contact my office. Sincerely, Ted Budd, United States Senate.
Justin, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Welcome to come back anytime. That's good. The last two items on the agenda are in honor of Dudley Watts as well. At his retirement reception on June the 17th, we actually we sort of took action on two things that are going to be formally acted on today. We called them pretend actions on June the 17th. And one of those was a proclamation recognizing his accomplishments that was presented at the reception. And we will not reread that one, but we will certainly like to take our official vote for that proclamation, which you already have a framed copy of. And I'd like to entertain a motion to approve officially Dudley Watts' proclamation.
So moved.
Motion approved by Commissioner Plyler,
Second.
second by Vice Chair Wizenhut. Any discussion? All in favor, please raise your hand. All right. And Commissioner Woodbury, could you express your vote on Dudley's proclamation?
Mr. Chairman, I believe she's already left the meeting.
All right, well, motion carries 6-0 then. All right, and the second one is another pretend action, which is a resolution naming Ballew's Lake Park in honor of retiring Dudley Manager Watts. And this is a short one, and I will read the official resolution. We did more of an action. And it says, whereas J. Dudley Watts began his service as Forsyth County Manager on October 2nd, 2006, will retire on June 30th, 2024. Whereas the naming of a park is an appropriate recognition for such an accomplished individual and distinguished career. Whereas Ballew's Lake Park is a recent, much anticipated, and significant park system enhancement in Forsyth County that commenced under the tenure of J. Dudley Watts Jr. Now therefore be it resolved that the Forsyth County Board of Commissioners hereby names Blues Lake Park in honor of J. Dudley Watts Jr. I'll make that motion. Second, please.
Second.
Second by Vice Chair Wizenhut. I don't think I'll have any discussion on that one. All in favor, please raise your hand. Thank you. And Commissioner Woodbury is not on, so that's unanimous, 6-0. Thank you very much.
Mr. Chairman, I would just say that in discussing this, the funding and construction of this park over the time with retiring county manager, I have rarely heard such enthusiasm from a public servant as I heard when Dudley talked about going fishing on Blues Lakes.
He's thinking ahead, thinking ahead.
I'll be there next week.
Be there next week. There you go. All righty. We actually have a very, are we going to go over the briefing quickly but that's the only thing standing between us and the reception. So you can make that as long or as short as you would like to make it.
Very short.
We do need, have you adjourned this meeting, Mr. Chairman?
We'll stand adjourned, and now we're back in business here.
Okay. So I will briefly go over our briefing for the meeting of Thursday, July 25th, and we do not have any discussion items. We'll have some special resolutions, 1 through 4. We'll have the 50th anniversary of the Preventative Dental Health Program. We'll have a resolution recognizing August 1st through 7th as National WIC Breastfeeding Week in Forsyth County. We'll have a resolution by the Commissioners authorizing execution of an opioid settlement with the Kroger Company, a resolution granting a hardship exception for residency for our airport director, our meeting minutes, some contracts for the purchase of 11 Ford Interceptor police pursuit vehicles, purchase of Ninth Brain software for emergency services. We'll have a resolution authorizing purchase of pharmaceuticals for the pharmacy, execution of an agreement between Forsyth County and Wake Forest University for mammography screening, chest x-ray, and diagnostic services. We'll be requesting to select and authorize execution of a contract with SNME to provide construction materials testing and special inspection services for the Tanglewood Clubhouse project, and a resolution awarding a contract to Brooks Lumber Company for the Annex 1 auditorium renovation project, as well as some tax administration items, one for the annual settlement for FY24 and prior years, and then the order of commissioners in accordance with the various things for the collection of 23 and prior year taxes. We have a HR report. That's all the items, but I do have a few reminders, and that's July 4th is holiday next week, so we have no briefing. July 11th is the NACO conference, so there's no briefing. July 18th at 10 a.m., we have a bi-monthly morning meeting, and then 2 p.m. is our second briefing for the July 25th meeting. And that is all I have, Mr. Chairman.
All righty. Well, we stand adjourned, and we're ready for the reception right at this door.